The brand Xiaomi has been known to make mobile phones and other electronic appliances as well. But did you know that they also made this car? Hello and welcome to Autocar India, and say hello to the Xiaomi SU7. Their first ever electric car, and today we're going to take you through everything about this car.
So how did a mobile phone company get around to making cars? Well, in March 2021, they said that they were going to make a car, and it went on sale in China just last year.
So now the first things first, let's come to the design. When it first was unveiled last year, a lot of people passed comments saying that it did look like a lot of other cars. For example, it looked like a McLaren, some said it looked like a Tesla Model S, and even Porsche Taycan. Anyways, what do you think it looks like? Let us know down in the comments below. Now on the front you get an LED headlamp setup, and you even get a...
The front has a capacity of 105 liters, and the EV also supports vehicle-to-vehicle and vehicle-to-load charging.
Moving over to the side, the car rides on 21-inch alloy wheels in the front and the rear, and it also gets functional aerodynamic elements like over here. There are a host of cameras on the side. I can count 3 over here, 1, 2 and 3. The doors are frameless, and you also get a soft close function on all 4 doors. Now moving on to the rear, it keeps the sedan proportions, and in my opinion, it keeps them pretty well. You have a fully functional boot. The brand claims it supports some 500 liters. And you even get a spoiler which can be set to 5 different positions, including with an auto function that can set the spoiler automatically. Over here you get Xiaomi badging, and you get another Chinese badge. I'm not quite sure what it says, but if you do know, let us know in the comments below. As with the front, there are also more cameras, one over here and one over there. Now I don't know if you caught it the first time, but the rear glass is tinted a bit more than the front glass. The brand says that this helps with giving it that sporty dimensions, and it also helps with privacy for the rear passengers. Also worth mentioning is that this doesn't have a key, it has a card. Now, as with all Xiaomi products, there is a lot of tech, and which is why the inside is pretty important. Over here you get a 16.1-inch infotainment screen, and it is pretty solid. It's smooth and it hasn't had any issues so far. But unfortunately, what that also means is that all of your temperature controls are usually hidden deep in these menus, including the direction of your winds. You get controls over here as well for the climate control, the blower speed, and you even get this button over here which adjusts the rear spoiler. So you have 5 levels where you can choose, and then you also have automatic. Also pretty cool is when you turn it on, you get another display over here that shows you everything. There's a 56-inch heads-up display, and it is pretty big. You get steering mounted controls over here, you get a drive mode selector over here, and you get a massive moonroof. As there's no transmission tunnel, you also have a lot of empty space over here. The seats, as expected, are heated and cooled, and you also get the option to electrically adjust them. Now, especially for places where space is tight and it's congested, there's this button. What this button does exactly is, when you press it, you get a message on the screen. I don't know what it says exactly, but if you press OK, it basically turns all 11 cameras off, and you won't get the annoying warning signals every time somebody is just 5 meters away from you.
Now the screen in most of the car runs on Xiaomi's Hyper OS, and the model we have here is come from China, and which is why everything is in Chinese, and sifting through the menus isn't the easiest thing to do.
Now the rear seat is a pretty decent place to be. You could argue that the under thigh support isn't the greatest, but then again, it is pretty comfortable, and you even get a center armrest with twin cup holders. A really interesting and quirky feature at the back, I have to say, is this. What is it? Well, it is a cooler and a heater. Depending on what you want to keep, you can adjust the temperature, and it's pretty interesting. Now the Xiaomi SU7 Max is loaded to the max, and I haven't even got to the technical specifications yet. It rides on air suspension, which means that ride height can be adjusted from 180mm all the way to 120mm. It also gets Brembo brakes on all 4 wheels. It's powered by a dual motor setup which puts out 673 horsepower and 838 Newton meters of torque, and that gives it a 0 to 100 kph time of just 2.78 seconds. Now, this retails in China for about 30 to 35 lakh, and the brand currently has no plans to bring it to India just yet. They might in the future. So my question to you is, would you like to see this in India, and how much would you pay for this? Let us know in the comments below, and as always, stay tuned to Autocar India for the best of automotive content.